All right, so you're moving to Wilmington, or at least you're considering it, but you're unsure of the most family-friendly suburbs in the Wilmington region. In this video, we're going over some of the most family-friendly suburbs in the area. Let's go. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into the Living in Jacksonville channel. I'm Avery. I'm with the Living in Jacksonville team and American Home Team at eXp Realty. And if this is your first time to the channel, thank you, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I drop a new video. And with all that being said, I am a licensed realtor here in the state of North Carolina. So as much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would love even more to help you make a smooth move to Eastern North Carolina. So Jacksonville all the way to Wilmington, New Bern, you name it, I'm down to help you. So that phone number and email address on the screen, that is the best way to get in contact with me. I would love to help you make a smooth move. But without further ado, guys, we're talking about the most family-friendly suburbs of Wilmington, North Carolina. And number one, we have Hampstead. I've done a couple videos on Hampstead. You know, Hampstead is just a fantastic suburbia of Wilmington. It's an extremely coastal town. However, you don't have direct beach access from Hampstead. But here's a couple things that make it so family friendly. Number one is the plethora of neighborhoods that are being built in Hampstead. So not only do you have some suburban homes that are on secondary roads and some larger lots and that kind of thing, but you do have a number of developments that are new to the area that are being built. So you'll see a lot of these neighborhoods popping up with some great builders and some decent lots that a lot of the kids will run around to their friend's house and play on, you know, their playground or whatever. They're also offering neighborhood playgrounds. They're also offering neighborhood clubhouses, and the majority of these neighborhoods in Hampstead offer pools. So whether you're looking at being a short distance away from the beach and all of the restaurants and the fine dining and that kind of thing that the beach towns have to offer, but you also have the clubhouse, some grilling, and the pool that you can take the kiddos to and just have a good time at the pool. The other thing that makes the majority of Hampstead so great is the Topsail School District. If you go on any website whatsoever, you're likely gonna find high ratings for the Topsail School District. There's some parts of Hampstead that go to only Topsail School District, and then there's some parts that will have like a Surf City Elementary and a North Topsail Primary or whatever, right? Like there's some different school systems within some parts of Hampstead. However, the majority of Hampstead will go to the Topsail School District, which is one of the highest ranked school districts in the region. And then with that, Hampstead is also just a short drive away from the city of Wilmington, historic downtown, and Wrightsville Beach or Topsail Island to go to the beaches. So wherever you want to go to hang out with your kids and have a good time, whether it's dining, whether it's shopping, or whatever you just want to do with your kids, you know, Hampstead is pretty close. You're talking about, you know, max 20 to 25 minute drive into historic downtown Wilmington. You're about 40 minutes into Jacksonville. So if you wanted to go explore some, you know, historic military museums, you can go that way, and it's only about a 40-minute drive or so. But with that said, it's a fantastic suburban location. So Hampstead should definitely be on your list. Moving on, we have a couple different suburbs coupled into one, right? We have Bayshore, Ogden, and Murraysville. So they're all really, really close together, and they all benefit from a lot of the same benefits. All three are directly off Market Street, and Market Street is going to be pretty much your main hub into everything suburbia Wilmington. So we're looking at restaurants, shopping, you're looking at a lot of fun kids activities like Defy Wilmington or proximity to the Mayfair Shopping Center that you can go and take advantage of, like Flip and Fly or some of the other shops and like stores and restaurants over there in Mayfair. And then you also have some country club and, just some fun activities over in that area. It's also a very short drive to Wrightsville Beach if you wanted to go to Wrightsville Beach, or a short drive to, Carolina Beach or Cary Beach as well. If you have kids in college that are going to UNCW, it's not a far drive from the UNCW campus, and it is a short drive to historic downtown as well. You're looking at maybe 10 to 12 minutes to historic downtown. Now, all three of these neighborhoods do get to benefit from Ogden Park, which is a very nice park with, different amenities that the kids can go and play some sports. They can, run around and have fun, fly kites, do whatever they want to do. There are also school activities in that area. So a lot of times the school outings will go to Ogden Park. But throughout this area, there's a bunch of different school districts that they can take advantage of. And, every neighborhood is a little bit different, so you will have to take it on a case-by-case basis. But overall, it's a fantastic area, and, you get to benefit from a number of different price points. You're looking at anywhere from about $300,000 up to about $1 million in these areas. Some of them are waterfront along the intercoastal, and some of them are a little bit further inland in more of a neighborhood setting. So in these three suburbs, there's a little bit for everyone. Just right here, right off Market Street, there's a little bit of everything for everybody. All right, and number 3 on the list is Myrtle Grove. Guys, Myrtle Grove is a beautiful, beautiful suburb of Wilmington. It's south of Wilmington toward the intercoastal, and it's between Wrightsville Beach and Carolina Beach, Cary Beach. It's just made up of a bunch of small little neighborhoods, right? Some high end, some that are some of the, the smaller first-time home buyer type homes, but bunch of nice little neighborhoods that range anywhere from about $250,000 up to about $1 million, $2 million, and that's toward the intercoastal. It is close access to Carolina Beach, to Cary Beach. It's close access to Wrightsville Beach, and it's not far at all from downtown Wilmington, historic downtown, the Riverwalk area. It's about 15 minutes or so, if that. The thing I really like about Myrtle Grove is you do feel a large sense of a family atmosphere in Myrtle Grove. You see kids riding their bikes all around their neighborhoods. You see bikes in the front yards. You see families walking throughout the neighborhood in pretty much every neighborhood that you go through. And once again, it's close to the beaches. There's a number of restaurants in Myrtle Grove, and a few other things to do that, you can take the kiddos to the park and play at the park. You can take, there's a number of kayak launches and boat launches that you can take the kids to do. But the overall family atmosphere in some of these neighborhoods is just bar none. Like I said, you're driving through the neighborhood and you get families walking all over the place. And one thing I do want to note just about some of the footage and stuff, because of some of YouTube's policy and then some of my privacy policy, I don't get a lot of, close-ups with families walking. I want to respect their privacy and their kids' privacy. For the same reason, I don't show my daughter's face on YouTube. It's a privacy thing. So with that said, A lot of these videos don't do these neighborhoods justice simply because I am focused on, keeping these kids and these families as private as I would want to be in my life. All right, moving on to number 4 and 5 is Carolina and Cary Beach. These are great family-friendly neighborhoods, suburbs of Wilmington. If you are beachgoers and you also like to go and do, fun things like festivals and fairs and things like that, Carolina and Cary Beach are fantastic for that kind of thing. In fact, Carolina Beach has Ferris wheels that, they turn on whether it's a festival or not. And you and the kids can go hang out at Carolina Beach, go to the beach, go to the restaurants, go, do some putt-putt golf, mini golf, and ride some of the Ferris wheels and that kind of thing. And honestly, it's the best time. These are two great areas that if you're beachgoers, right, and you want to feel like you are living in a beach town, because it is, but also a family-friendly atmosphere, Carolina and Cary Beach are bar none. The school districts are okay rating, depending on what source you look at, you're gonna get different reviews, but overall, they're good ratings for Carolina and Cary Beach school systems. But once again, a very active community. You're looking at families walking the streets, you're looking at families going to the beach, you're looking at families going out and doing things, whether it's festivals, fairs, whether it's restaurants, or just going on family walks, or riding around on the golf cart, learning how to surf, you name it, families are doing it. And there's a lot of nice clubhouses and things to do together as a family where you can go and link up with other families and just hang out and let the kids do their thing. The adults can hang out, have a few drinks, and, be social that way while the kids are playing. Just overall, great family-friendly areas. Carolina and Cary Beach are fantastic. And moving on, we have Surf City. Surf City is the closest that I live next to, and I can tell you personal experience, just living so close to Surf City. Surf City is where I visit all the time, whether I'm going to the beach, whether I'm shopping, whether, I'm doing anything with the family, restaurants, dining, that kind of thing. Surf City is very, very family friendly. When I chose to move to this area, it was simply because of how family friendly the area is. Surf City, there's not a ton of big attractions, right? You got to go into the city of Wilmington to get some of those bigger attractions, trampoline park, that kind of thing. However, you do have some putt-putt golf. You do have family-friendly restaurants, right? I have a 3-year-old. She's messy. She screams random things sometimes. She's noisy. She dances in the middle of the walking, the hallways and stuff. She's a 3-year-old. And nobody gives me dirty looks when that stuff's going on, when we're out at a restaurant or we're out, doing something fun like mini golf or, whatever, shopping. It doesn't matter. We are never looked down upon because our 3-year-old is being a 3-year-old. And that's one of the biggest things that I just feels so inclusive in this area. The other thing, it was a big distinction for us when we made the decision to move from upstate New York down to this part of eastern North Carolina, this Wilmington suburb. We live in Holly Ridge, but Surf City, once again, is our go-to for everything. We go to the parks and there's kids on the playground, adults talking to each other, right? Parents talking to each other. When we lived in upstate New York, we would go to a playground and there's no kids. And if there were kids, the kids weren't playing together. The adults weren't talking to each other. It's just, it was like, it's a family-friendly environment in upstate New York, but it's just different here. Everyone is friendly. Everyone's talking to each other. The kids are playing together, and there's a lot more kids that play together here in, the playgrounds in this area. And that goes for all of the areas that we've talked about in this video. But, I just feel inclusivity, right? Like, I feel so much more involved in the community. My family feels so much more involved in the community here in the area, just because, there's kids running around the neighborhoods. There's golf, families driving down in the golf carts, going to the park, or, at the restaurants. Like, anywhere you go, any restaurant that you go to, not only is your 3-year-old going to be screaming loud and, being obnoxious like 3-year-olds do, but you're going to have like 3 other families whose 3-year-olds or 5-year-olds or 2-year-olds are going to be doing the same thing. So everyone just kind of looks at each other and laughs and is like, it is what it is. So it's just a very family environment. It's a friendly atmosphere. And personally, I'm a big family man. And a lot of my clients that call me relocating, one of the biggest questions is, what are the best family-friendly areas? And so hopefully in this video, I answered that for you. I skimmed the surface on this video. There's so many more areas that are great for families that, I can't possibly put into a video. It would be, 3 hours long. But with that said, all of these areas are great for dining, shopping, playgrounds, things to do for kids, great education systems, school systems, higher on the list for sure for, a lot of them. And so with that said, if you guys are interested in making the move to the Wilmington area or any of these areas that we discussed today, guys, my phone number and email address are popping up on the screen. I would love to have a conversation with you. And with that said, until the next video, guys, have a good one. Peace.